Hello and welcome to class. I'm going to show you how to navigate around the Blackboard shell a little bit and how to navigate through the course. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, always feel free to contact me. Alright, so you'll log on like you always do through your KCTCS homepage or however you get to your Blackboard and find our course. I'm going to show you the College Algebra Spring online course. So click on that, and first of all, you might notice it might look a little different than it has in the past. We're using a new platform called Blackboard Ultra, so it may look, like I said, a little bit different, but I think you'll like it. It's new for me too, and you've been chosen in this pilot, so lucky for us. We're doing a little something different. Like I said, I think you'll like it though. So the first thing you'll notice is instead of the tabs being along the left-hand side, the tabs are sort of just in the middle here, the course content, the main stuff we do. The first tab we'll click on is our course information. Start here, and you'll find all the pertinent information to get started with the course, kind of the housekeeping stuff, and the syllabus and the course calendar. And this is probably something I would recommend that you just print off or have handy on your desktop. It shows all the important due dates, so if you're good at time management, I recommend that you have this maybe printed off and in the front of a folder that you're going to keep all your notes in and keep organized. So it tells all the due dates and what's up next. So this is my outline for your class. Alright, so I would start with that. Then your syllabus, where all of your details about the class rules live. I would recommend you read this. You will take a syllabus quiz over this, so try to read it cautiously. Probably the main thing you want to know is how your grade's determined. You can see that here. Homework is 20%, quiz is 40%. You have a midterm exam and a final exam. And you'll see this in the reading as well, but I'll go ahead and mention the midterm and the final are both proctored, which means you will need to take those at a campus location, and those are located all over the state. Every KCTCS campus has proctoring center, and they offer this service for free. I believe everybody's free. I hate to say that 100% sure, but I know at our ACTC campus it is free. There's and you can click on your school's website and see their specific details. And if you're having trouble with that, you just contact me and I can talk you through that. So again, please read all of this. And then the academic calendar. We do follow the ACTC since that is my home campus. I will be following its calendar with the breaks and the such. All right, so that's those details. Then you will take the syllabus quiz, and that will be due by this coming Friday. Hopefully you'll take that early and accurately. When you're ready to start that, after you've read your syllabus, it will ask you to acknowledge and agree to the syllabus statements and a few other little things in there just about the syllabus. So that'll be your first assignment. It does count. All of my quizzes you can take multiple times until you get your 100%. So I always encourage you to start early, stay ahead of the due date so that you have time to retake any quizzes that are needed and keep your grade up as high as possible. Some information about me I've included. And then I'll ask you to introduce yourself as well in a later link. And then there's an e-learning orientation, some support links. Read all of these, technology, just kind of the bones of the course. This last link is where you'll spend a lot of time in this course. It's where all your assignments are going to live. So let's click on this. I will also note here it says you can click here to directly go to all your assignments. This is where your grades are kept as well. Your grade is continually updated as you do assignments, and then also your textbook is in this link. So a lot of good stuff in this link. So try to remember you can always go back here. These links are also embedded in the modules to kind of help with the flow of the class and how that you would come across these in a natural flow as well. But know that you can always go back here to see the entire list. All right, let me reorder these for you. I will do that. The one that you'll use the most is probably this all assignments. In the all assignments, you can see everything in the whole course is listed here. The final exam all the way through is listed. Note whenever you try to click on the midterm test and the final test, it does ask you for a password because those are password protected and your proctoring center will have that information. Everything else you can click away. Let's see if I can move this down a little bit. R.3, R.4, R.5, R.6, R.7. Those are the review chapter material. I think there's great gems of information inside of that, but know that it does not count in your grade. It's just to help you review as needed. I found most of my students do need the review, so you'll notice there's no due date for those because they're not due. It's not part of your grading. It's just there for a supplement as needed. Your first assignment there after the syllabus quiz due Friday. Then 1.1 is due the following Monday. Most of my assignments are due on Mondays, Monday midnight, 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. So you guys over on the west side of the state, keep note of that I do operate from the Eastern Standard Time. So you have a 1.1 and then a quiz over that due on the 21st. And then it keeps flowing from there. So you can always see all your due dates. You can work ahead, and I encourage that. But do stay ahead of these due dates. Pretty much every Monday you have a due date. All right, so that's that. And then, let's see. Like I said, I'm going to reorder these for you because I thought I'd clean this up for you. There's other links to do with like the math program. So it breaks it down. All assignments is probably my favorite one. And then they have it broken down to homework and quizzes and tests, but I don't think that's necessary. Oh, let's see, the e-text. This is your textbook. So I encourage you to go in and read your textbook anytime you need that. There's extra supplement there. And there it is. You can navigate around your textbook. Let me see if I can move this over a little bit. Sorry, I'm slow there. Okay, in the menu you can get down to the book, to the chapters, move ahead and see like R.3 and so on, and you can tap through the sections. So you can navigate and you'll get good at that as you use that. Okay, so back over here, then the grade book. So those are the big three. The textbook is in there, the grade book is in there, and then all your assignments in that tab. So you can see your final, your current grade, I should say, at any time by clicking over here on your grade book. You can see that I did not do well on my syllabus quiz, so I do not have a good grade there. That's reflected there, but you'll have great scores there. So that's where you see your grade at any point. There is also some study plan to help you, like supplemental material. Then there are PowerPoints and all kinds of supports within that link. So just be aware of that. Then I have an introduction tab where you can go in and tell me a little bit about yourself. You'll see some of your students have already done that. I like for you all just to hear from each other. I like to know a little more about your background and your major and anything you want to tell us. And also you might find a study buddy on that list, so I like to do that. So please do the introduction. Then you'll see Module 0. I hate it. I had to name it Module 0, but it's not required. Like I said, it's the review chapter, so you don't have to do it, but I find it to be very helpful. So I encourage you to consider that. Maybe even before you get started with Chapter 1, go ahead and look through that this weekend if you get a chance, and just get yourself kind of the background material that will help you get a good start in the class. So if you haven't had algebra in a little while, especially, this could be helpful to you. So you'll see there are videos. I have, throughout the course, I've recorded what I would have said in a natural classroom if you had taken my class in person. I don't know why that was not opening too quickly. Let me try this one. What I would have said in person if you had had me in the classroom, I have recorded these videos. So please be aware that they're there. These are my personal videos, and like attending lectures. So try to attend your lecture, read your textbook before you try to attempt any homework problems. So the videos are there, and then like this one says optional practice, again because it's not required, but encourage. You will see some homework problems to help you prep and get a good review start. So that's the Chapter R review material. Then where the real grading starts, in Module 1, Equations and Inequalities. You'll see the goals of each chapter listed to know what you should learn in that chapter. And then, okay, so let's see, list of the sections we cover and what you should learn. Then you will see the classroom lecture over each section. Watch that. Then you'll start your homework. And the homework is very lenient, but try to take it seriously and get the most out of the practice. Take good notes as you go through. You'll get 3 attempts for every homework problem, and then it'll regenerate you new ones. So you can't fail on that if you just keep trying. But what can happen is you just kind of make your way through the homework and don't get the learning that you really need to be successful when you take the midterm and the final. So you need to monitor yourself that you're taking the homework seriously and getting the most out of that practice, keeping good notes, understanding, so whenever you do have to prove it on a quiz or a test, you know what you're doing. So that would be my tip for you on that. So that's all the and material through there. Okay, so all the things you need to know in Module 1. Then you proceed to Module 2. Same old there. Like I said, you can work ahead. After you do Module 2, then you'll take a midterm exam. So again, good notes will help with that. So you'll have that kind of to go back through. You'll also have a study guide for the midterm. I think I clicked on the wrong thing there. Oops, I meant to click on midterm. Oh, I'm still struggling with my clicking. Let's see if I got it here. Okay, so here we go. Midterm exam. So there's midterm exam information that tells you that you do need to get a proctor. So you'll want a couple of weeks out from that. You'll want to get a hold of someone at your home campus and get that scheduled, and all the information is given here. You can use a note card. It talks about non-program graphing calculators. So all the information is given there, and links to your finding a proctor. And then there's a study guide link, and then the test. So all the information there, and then you proceed to Module 3, Module 4, Module 5, then the final exam will be over those 3 chapters. And that's how it'll flow. And again, like I said, you can work ahead as needed. It is a lot of material to cover, so I know I say that like it's like you'll be able to work ahead, but as you find time, do try to do that. So I know you have other classes and other things going on, so I encourage you just to take the opportunities when you get that. Also, we have tutoring on campus, and if you're not an ACTC student, I'm sure at your home campus they have services as well, so feel free to reach out to those people. Just because you're an online student doesn't mean you're not you don't have access to these things on campus. It may be that your timing is difficult for you, but you are welcome to use any and all services on campus. So do reach out to the tutoring services on your campus and work with them as much as possible. So, okay, then I would mention, so that's mainly where you'll live in the course, is along these tabs, but there are other tabs, the calendar, the course calendar, the discussions. This is probably the most I'll do here, is just the introduction. I don't really use that much. And then your grade book.